Bhakti disciples.
No, I'm not going to switch on all the lights.
Please on. Over big the
On
backlight you can.
the sound.
Not this one you can put that. This one you can. That one you can see. This also is. Only this one.
But you need light? Okay. Go ahead.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihare
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihare.
So welcome everyone to our study of Bhakti of Srimad Bhagavatam, the level of Bhakti Vaibhava. We're on the 6th canto, and we finished yesterday chapter 10 and 11.
Yes.
Before we go on to chapter 12, we'll just quickly review what happened. Chapter 10, we had the battle between the demigods and Vritasura. Well, initially what happened? Initially the demons were doing good. They were conquering the demigods. But somehow, when they showered all the weapons on the demigods, the demigods cut all the weapons into pieces. So the demons saw that their weapons were not having any effect on the demigods. And the demons became worried, and many of them turned and ran away from the battlefield. But as they ran away from the battlefield, the demigods unfairly and unethically decided to kill them as they were running from the battlefield. So both actions were condemned by Vritrasura. Vritrasura condemned the demons. He said, you're like, what was it like? Stool from the mother.
Stool from their mother.
Stool from the mother.
Special kind of stool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying a special kind of stool, not just any stool, but stool from the mother.
Okay, so anyway, he certainly called them some bad names, and then he said, and the demigods were also severely ridiculed by Vritrasura, that what kind of Kshatriyas is this, that you will kill people who are running from the battlefield. It's not approved at all. So he was rebuking them. And then we hear some kind of conversation or words between Indra and Vritrasura, because Indra he didn't like hearing the demigods criticized. Was it Indra through his mace at Vritrasura?
Love, yeah.
Got
the left hand.
Yeah.
Threw it back.
He threw it back. And what, he hit the elephant on the head?
Yeah. He went back 14 yards.
Knocking the elephant back 14 yards. Okay. And then?
Indra got stunned.
Hmm?
Indra got stunned.
Indra?
He was stunned what to do, even though he had the weapon,
Mm-hmm.
but he could not use it. He was just bewildered.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
the Prasad reminded him that he
his
can
mace was not effective. And he wondered maybe this Vajra weapon, the thunderbolt weapon from the Dichi's bones, maybe it will not also be effective. It's having some crisis of faith. Anyway, Vritrasura starts to speak to him, and Vritrasura begins to criticize Indra. Right? Why did he what did he say to Indra?
He used sarcastic words.
He said that you have killed who? Somebody who was your guru. He was a sinless brahmana, and he was your guru, and he was my brother, and you killed him. So he was faultless, but you killed him in a very unfair manner, beheading him. very, not very Kshatriya code to kill a Brahmin. So he said, what kind of person are you who would do these things? And what does Indra respond to this? Does he have anything to say in reply?
He didn't say anything, he just kept hearing.
Okay, so then Vritrasura began like that, reminding Indra about what he's guilty of. And then he spoke that if I win the battle, then what's he going to do? He's going to take the heads of the demigods to Vaibhava and perform sacrifice there with them. Right? But he said, if I lose the battle, then
Go back to home, Godhead.
no, he didn't say that.
You be the king of the heaven.
He said, if I lose the battle, you can feed my body to the dogs and jackals.
Yeah.
Right? We've got jackals here. Have you seen the jackal?
Yeah, just evening.
Huh?
Some few days back I saw this pandal, no? There I saw two jackals evening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They eat all the puppies here.
This is their home, huh?
They eat all the puppies here.
They eat the puppies. Don't know. Anyway, they're here. The dogs are bigger usually than the jackals. Jackals not very big. Anyway, Vritrasura said, you can feed my body to the dogs and the jackals. And then what else happens? What else does Vritrasura have to say?
Then he reminded him that you have a weapon, you can kill me.
Yeah. He said, at one point, Indra.
No, that time Indra surrendered and he went for praying the Lord.
Indra went to pray the Lord.
All the demigods. That time they have not got the this
Thunderbolt.
the thunderbolt he has not got yet.
Oh well, then you're way back.
He got,
Got it already.
And,
वो तो हो गया.
He's minding.
Chapter 10, no, you are talking
Wait to- He's already been to the DG, taken the bones already. He's got
Yeah,
the
we
weapon.
already had the Dichi give up the body, get the bones, make the weapon. So Indra's got the weapon, he's got the thunderbolt, and he's been told you can use it to kill Vritrasura. And the Lord has also told Indra that Vritrasura is not envious. That he won't be envious, that he's not really a demon, actually. But he's in the demon body. So he's in, the Lord had told Indra that this weapon can kill Vritrasura, can kill the demon. And the demon is not envious. And you'll see he's actually got very good qualities. So Vritrasura was chastising the demons for running from the battle. What were some of his arguments? How did he criticize them? What did he say? Yeah, who knows?
Go forward fighting with demigods. Don't go back. Don't show your back and move forward and fight. Still they are fleeing.
Yeah. But he said also about the, yes?
He said that death is anyway unavoidable.
Yes,
It
yes.
will come to me today or tomorrow.
So better to choose a glorious death.
Okay, that's a glorious death, if you can die. And who is responsible for victory and defeat? Huh? Providence is responsible. Well, what does Vritrasura say? He said, the Lord is always victorious. Everything is done by Him. He's the controller. What does He encourage the Indra and all the others there? What He encourages them to do what? What should they be doing?
They should be brave and fight.
Should do their duty, right? Do their duty and don't worry about the results. Whatever results are going to come, that's the arrangement of who?
Into the Lord.
Who? Yeah, the Lord arranges everything. How does He arrange it?
Through nature.
Vinaša.
According to their karma and His own sweet will. Daiva Nitrena, right? The Lord's own sweet will. He can decide who will be victorious and who will be defeated. So He encourages, and don't be morose when you're defeated, and don't rejoice when you're victorious. Right? We shouldn't. Why not? Why shouldn't we rejoice when we're victorious?
It's like Chapala Sukhi, it's like happiness and distress are like wavering all the time. We should try and be equiposed.
Yeah, who is actually the doer? You know, the modes of nature are the doer. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudatma. The bewildered spirit soul, under the influence of material nature, takes himself to be the doer of activities which are actually what?
Done by the
Carried out by the material nature, right? So everything is reactions of the material nature. So don't rejoice when you're successful and don't lament when you're defeated. Be equipoised. Understand it's all the grace of the Lord. We should be detached from the result. Vritrasura was speaking like this. And he's encouraging Indra. At one point, Vritrasura had attacked Indra, and Indra dropped his thunderbolt weapon, right? Indra dropped his weapon, and he felt ashamed. He didn't want to pick it up. He thought, well, I'm defeated now. But Vritrasura said, no, pick it up. Don't lament. Pick up your weapon. Keep fighting. So Vritrasura was encouraging Indra to stay in the battle, not to give up, and not to be attached. Just do the duty, perform your activities out of a sense of duty, without attachment to the results. This is also Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga includes also Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, and it's all there in Bhakti Yoga. So Karma Yoga means detached work, dutiful, detached work. So Vritrasura is encouraging Indra in that way. Of course, Indra is attached, but still he should do his duty. He should fight dutifully and depend on the Lord for the results. we depend on the Lord for whatever the results come. That's the grace of the Lord. Whatever happens, if we're suffering, if we're defeated, it's a mercy of the Lord. We accept it. His mercy. We don't think, oh Krishna, you forgot me. Oh, you Krishna, you didn't take care. No, we accept everything as His arrangement. So this way, Vritrasura was preaching to Indra like this. You have to perform your duty in a detached manner and depend on the Lord as well. Okay, so then Vritrasura wants that they should actually come to the point where he will simply take the shelter of the Lord. Vritrasura knows that if he can be killed in the battle, that will be glorious for him, because then he can get free of that body. He's got this disgusting, huge body, and he wants to get out of that body. He wants to get free of his karma. And he knows that when Indra will kill him, then that will take away all of his karma, and in being freed from karma, he can go back to the Lord's support. He can go to take shelter at the lotus feet of who? Sankarshan. Yeah. Right. Lord Sankarshan. He wants to get. So Indra is listening, and Indra's surprised. He thinks, how could he have so much devotion? He's got so much devotion. And that's why Indra is reluctant to fight him, because the demon has so much devotion. How could he be such a great devotee? Of course, Indra doesn't know about the previous life. But then he remembers about demons like who? Prahlad, Bali Maharaj. Yes. They were great devotees. Although they were born in the demon family, they were great devotees. Okay, so chapter 10, right? We went through that. So we heard there were two kinds of glorious deaths, right? One is what?
Dying on the battlefield as a hero.
And the other is?
Going back to
Devotee.
Godhead.
The other is?
Going back to Godhead.
Leaving the body in mystic yoga, by mystic yoga. So he talked to the demigods about the pain at the time of, that was the Dadichi to give up the body, right? We spoke about that. Okay? And then the Dadichi gives up his body, and then after that, then the demigods get the thunderbolt weapon. And then we heard about everybody should join the Krishna consciousness movement, right? That was, of course, this is in relation to the Dadichi. The Dadichi was talking to the demigods. The Dadichi was describing the body as being temporary. And then, okay, so Indra got the thunderbolt made by Vishwakarma, and he is very confident He's on his elephant, Airavata, and he's got the thunderbolt weapon, and he thinks, who can oppose him? Nobody can oppose me. So he attacked big Vritrasura. A great battle at the end of the Treta Yuga, end of Dwapara Yuga, beginning of Treta Yuga, on the banks of the Narmada. And all the Asuras are on the battlefield, and Indra's there, all the demigods. It's a great battle. The demons are all mentioned, demigods. They throw the weapons, the demigods cut them to pieces. Right? So the demons were defeated, and then when they're running away from the battle, the demigods tried to kill them. Alright? So the Asuras never. And so Vritrasura preaches to them that we're going to have to die sometime. So if you die on the battlefield, that is glorious. But if you run away from the battle, that's not glorious. So better to die while performing our duty. That's a glorious death. Okay, so that was 10. Then transcendental qualities of Vritrasura. Also we hear about the demigods attacking from behind. So Vritrasura is chastising both them. That kind of killing is not glorious. If you have faith in heroism, if you have patience, if you are not ambitious for sense gratification, then listen. And we heard how the voice of Vritrasura was so powerful, people were fainting, and there's Vritrasura and he's trampling the demigods. They're under his feet. He's like a mad elephant.
Yeah.
So then Indra throws his club, and Vritrasura easily caught it and came back and hit Airavata on the head and smashed his head a bit and drove the elephant back 14 yards. However, Indra's got mystical power and he could heal the wounds of Airavata, bring him back out of his injured condition. So then Vritrasura starts to tell Indra, remind Indra about all of his terrible activities. And he said, when I kill you, I will free you, I will free myself from my debt to my brother. Because you killed my brother. And why did Indra kill? Why did Indra kill Vishwarup?
He's offering the oblations on behalf of the demons also, unknowingly, secretly, without knowledge of the Indra. Indra observed this, offering the oblations on behalf of demons.
What was the ultimate reason why he killed them? What's his real reason for
He felt
killing
that they will become powerful and he may lose again. Became envious.
In other words, Indra was attached to
His position.
living in the heavenly planets. Yeah, he was attached to his position, opulence. This is coming out several times in this section of the Bhagavatam. The influence of opulence, how people become blinded by it and they become proud. So Indra, remember in the beginning, he had committed offense against his guru, Brihaspati. Why? Because he was enjoying the opulence of the heavenly planets, and he was accepting all the worship of the different people there. They were all glorifying him. He was sitting on the big throne with his beautiful wife, and they were all around him and bowing to him and praising him. So Indra did not respect Brihaspati. And again, the same thing with Vishwarup. He killed Vishwarup because he thought, if he offers to the demons as well as the demigods, then these demons may defeat us, and I will lose the heavenly planet. The demons will come and take over the heavenly planets. I'll be put into trouble. So he was thinking about his own opulence and his position, his sense gratification. And that was why he had killed Vishwarup. And he, of course, he did it, you could say, pretty much spontaneously. You know, he didn't really think about it very much. He saw that he's doing this, I'm going to kill. He killed it. He did it. So now you're going to see Indra, and Indra is going to have to kill Vritrasura. But Indra doesn't want to kill Vritrasura, but he's being told. Lord Vishnu had already told him that you can kill him with the bones from Dadichi, and the demigods are telling him, you have to kill this demon, you're the one with the weapon, you have to kill him. And they're telling him to do it. But Indra's worried, if I do it, what will happen? Is he a Brahmana?
Yes.
Yeah? Is he a Brahmana? Yeah. Why?
He's a devotee.
Yeah, he's a devotee, he's a Brahmana. His father was a Brahmana also, right? Twesta was a Brahmana. So Vritrasura is also a Brahmana. He's a devotee. And Indra's worried, if I kill him, there'll be sinful reactions. But the demigods are going to tell him,
Just do it, and we'll tell you a prayascha you can do afterwards, like repentance.
what?
We'll do a yajna, some sort of yajna. They said they will do.
Yeah, what kind of yajna? Hmm? You've not been reading? You haven't read? Ashwamedha. Ashwamedha yajna, horse sacrifice. You have to do by doing Ashwamedha yajna, we can kill the whole world and get away with the sin. You can do all kinds of abominable, you can kill cows, you can kill Brahman, and you just do Ashwamedha yajna, free from sin. Of course, that is an offense. What offense is it?
Namnavala.
Yes,
Strength of the
committing sin on the strength of chanting. On the strength of chanting, committing sinful activity. That I will do this, I will make up for it, I will do some other. It's not good chanting, is it? You do like that. So this Vritrasura telling Indra, he was your guru, right? Vishwarup was your guru, and you asked him to do your sacrifice, but you butchered him. So he tells Indra, you have no shame, you have no mercy, you have no good, you are condemned even by the man-eaters. He says, even fire will not touch you, only the vultures will eat you by. You are naturally cruel. Okay, so that like this, he's telling Vighna, I will get free of my obligation, and then I will be able to get the dust from the feet of great devotees like Narasimha. So Vighna is encouraging Indra, said, I'm your enemy, I'm standing before you, why don't you throw your thunderbolt at me? It will be, your club is certainly powerful. Your club was useless, but this thunderbolt, this is not, this it won't be good. You'll be able to kill me with this thunderbolt. You just kill me. Anyway, Vighna knows Lord Vishnu had given the order that you can kill him. You should. There's no doubt. I would be killed by the relatives. I would be killed by the release of the thunderbolt. So your victory, opulence, and all good qualities are assured. So Vighna is encouraging. He wants this Indra to fight him, to use this thunderbolt and kill him. But Indra's thinking, oh, he's a devotee. He's speaking so much philosophy, so much spiritual knowledge. He's a great devotee. And here you can read, he said, I want to fix my mind on the lotus feet of Lord Sankarshan, and I'll get that destination of the great souls. Here he talks about material opulence. Now, Vighna, he doesn't have any material opulence. But Indra, he's attached. People make a lot of effort, a lot of endeavor to increase their material possessions. And what is the result? Is simply more unhappiness, more suffering. Better not to have opulence. So Vighna didn't want any material possessions. So then, Vighna speaks about how endeavors for material things is useless. The endeavor for dharma, artha, kama, moksha, that's all useless. You want to get the real mercy. The real mercy is only given to the pure devotees. not to people who want material gain. If you want material gain, then you're a fool. And if somebody gives you material gains, they're a fool. We don't want to encourage people, right? Something people come to us, they want material benefit. They want us to help them materially. So why should we do that? They're already entangled and they'll become more entangled. We want to get people free from the bondage of material life. We don't want to entangle them more in material life. So Vighna is offering these prayers like this, speaking like this. Here, in this verse, he gives 3 examples. First of all, he says, like baby birds who have not yet developed their wings, they always look for their mother to return and feed them. Now, is that pure devotion? Huh?
No.
No. Not really, is it? Because the baby birds, their wings haven't grown yet, they're just waiting for the mother to come and feed them something. So,
Prabhupada said, generally people treat God as father, but in Krishna consciousness you can treat God as your son. This is a relationship to God as our father.
Okay. God is the son, yes. The baby birds, they're simply thinking, as you said, we think of God like the Father. Oh, give us this day our daily bread, right? The Christians say, they pray to God for bread. Give us bread. So the same with birds, they're all sitting in the nest waiting for the mother bird to feed them. So it's not the mood, it's the mood of depending. They're depending on the Lord, but they're just depending for their own food. They think the mother will come and feed us.
When they grow up, they leave the mother and go away.
Yeah, right. As soon as the wings come, then they'll fly off. They'll be on their own. And then you've got small calves tied with ropes. They're waiting for the time of milking so they can go and drink the milk from their mother. So again, the mother is giving and the calves are taking. They're not giving anything. They're just taking. It's not, again, not really the highest devotion. But the better example is the third one. The morose wife whose husband is away from home always longs for him to return and satisfy her in all respects. So there, the wife will naturally be serving the husband. She's not just simply waiting for the husband to come to feed her or to do anything for her, but when the husband comes, then the wife will enjoy the words with the husband. You'll have joking words together, and the wife will be satisfied to serve the husband. That's a higher mood of devotion. They want to give service. So Krishna consciousness, we don't just look for God to come and give us, but we want to serve Krishna. We want to give service ourselves. We want to do service for Krishna.
Maharaj, in this example, it seems that she wants to be satisfied of all respects. It doesn't seem like she wants to serve her husband.
Yes, but our satisfaction is in serving. Because the mood of the wife is to give service to the husband. Right? That should be the nature of the wife. That she wants to serve her husband. Cleaning the house, cooking, like that. this is the duties of the woman in the family life, right? You do these things.
When he's away, you feel incomplete. You feel like, okay, I've got nobody to look after now. I'm only looking after myself.
Ah.
So when he's back, then you're like, okay, now I can buy something, cook something nice. But when he's away, you don't even feel like cooking. You're like, oh, I'll do some small offering to the deities. But there's nothing there for personal look after. It's more revolving around the husband and the children and everything.
Yeah. And the relationship is like that. In service, based on service. So then Vritrasura said, I simply seek friendship in the association of pious and enlightened devotees. So this was his mood. Alright, so we're going to go on here, this chapter 12, we'll hear about the death of Vritrasura. So he wasn't interested in victory, he was interested in being killed, so he could go back to Godhead. That was his idea, or his main motivation. So we hear how Vritrasura throws a what is he throw?
Trident.
A trident, throws his trident at Indra and said, now you are killed. But Indra cut it to pieces, and at the same time he cuts off one of Vritrasura's arms, because he's got this powerful thunderbolt weapon, and with not only did he cut the trident to pieces, but he cut off Vritrasura's arm, and we're told his arm was as thick as the body of a shooting, the king of the serpents. So he had this big, thick arm, and the weapon cut, the weapon of Indra just cut off his arm, right off at the shoulder. So Vritrasura's arm is cut off, he's very angry. And he fights back, and he struck Indra on the jaw with a mace. He got so close he could strike Indra on the face with a mace. And then he struck the elephant. At that time Indra dropped the thunderbolt from his hand, and the demigods are all worried that, oh my goodness, Indra's dropped his weapon, now he's defeated. Vritrasura could have killed him there and then, because he has no weapon. But Vritrasura, he's not interested in killing, especially to kill somebody who's unarmed. That's not very glorious. But he dropped the thunderbolt, so Vritrasura tells him, pick it up, don't lament. Indra was thinking, I'm defeated. But Vritrasura tells him, no, keep fighting. And then he says, no one is guaranteed of being victorious. You never guarantee that you will win. The original enjoyer is the Supreme Lord. The Lord is always victorious. Sometimes we may be victorious, sometimes we lose. We have to be equipoised. Prabhupada said, the Lord gives orders to material nature. She arranges facilities for the living entities. Living entities are not independent, although they foolishly think themselves the doers. Right? The doer, karta. Kartaham iti manyate, thinking themselves to be the doer. But who is the doer?
Material nature.
The material nature. And who's controlling material nature? Yeah, the Lord gives orders to material nature. And she arranges facility. So, Prabhupada quotes Bhagavad Gita, perform your prescribed duty, for action is better than inaction. Better to be active. Pride in victory, moroseness in defeat is useless. So we have to understand, control the mind, fight with detachment. The devotees did a big pandal in New Delhi, and it was very successful. And after the whole pandal, they all gathered together, and they were so jubilant, you know. We did it, we conquered Delhi, you know. We had so many people come, it was so successful. Everybody was praising the devotees and Prabhupada. And Prabhupada said, we didn't do anything. Krishna. So this is the point. Victory or defeat, it's given by Krishna. Just do our duty. Prabhupada said, this is instructive for sincere workers in the Krishna consciousness movement. We should not be jubilant in victory or morose in defeat. And sometimes you go and you can distribute lots of books. Devotees at Kumbh Mela, they've distributed 270,000 Bhagavad Gitas so far. They couldn't get books into the camp a couple of days ago because it was so locked up. They were stuck with no books and distributed all the books.
I think now they're just giving away. They are not like ask for donation. They're just giving away.
Are they?
Yeah.
No, they said that they're getting donations. Where they can get donations, whatever anybody can give is not a set.
They are not charging the exact amount for the Gita. Just giving away Gita and whatever donation they can get.
Well, yeah, they get Shastra Dan. They use the Shastra Dan to subsidize it. That's modern day book distribution. Nowadays we often do like that around the world, you know. We get donations, so many donations from people, they want to see books donated, and so we use that money to distribute books.
We do that in December in England, so we get so much donation for Gitas, so in the street, and we don't want to give it for free, because Prabhupada never said to give it for free, so we'd say whatever you can give, so even if they give £1 or something,
Yeah.
but they've already been sponsored, so we want to give them away, but we don't want to give them for free, so then we say, okay, give something for it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you give something, even Prabhupada, when somebody would ask Prabhupada, you have to pay for the book, Prabhupada would say, well, yeah, you should give something. He said, we're not rich. You know, give something. Be for your benefit as well. You give something. Anyway, don't be jubilant, and some days you can distribute a lot, and some days you can't. It's up to Krishna. You know, we're just instruments in the service of Krishna. Our only duty is to work sincerely so that our activities may be recognized by Krishna. This is how we apply this mode of Vritrasura. Vritrasura is speaking to Indra. You should do your duty as a Kshatriya. You come to fight. Fight. It's like Bhagavad Gita, it's the same thing, you know.
Krishna is telling him.
Huh?
Krishna is telling to Arjuna.
Yeah, Krishna in the same way here, Vritrasura is telling Indra. Vritrasura is the guru of Indra, is telling Indra what he should be doing. And he tells them, everybody's under the control of the Lord. just like birds caught in a net cannot move independently. So what is the difference between the Sura and the Asura? The Suras know that nothing can happen without the desire of the Lord. And the Asuras, they cannot understand the will of the Lord. So who is the Asura? Who is the Sura and who is the Asura? Huh?
Suras are the devotees.
What about Vritrasura?
Vritrasura is
Is
Sura.
Vritrasura Asura or a Sura? Huh?
Vritrasura is actually the Sura.
Vritrasura is the Sura.
Sura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By qualification.
Huh?
By qualification, he's a Sura.
Yeah. Vritrasura. And Indra is the Asura. Therefore, victory and defeat come according to the results of one karma, and the judgment is given by the Supreme Lord. Karmana daiva netrena. Right? So we act under the control of the Lord. The Lord is always victorious because everyone acts under His direction. Right? So this is very important. Everything is due to the Supreme Lord. Our mental power, bodily strength, living force, immortality and mortality, all are under the control of the personality of God. Foolish people think the dull matter or the dull material body to be the cause of their activities. We're thinking the body. I am this body, I did it. Right? This is the demon, right? What is the demon mentality in the Bhagavad Gita?
Pahamajyo.
Yes?
Idamajyo maya labdham imam prapsya manoratham idamaschidamatam vishanti punoranam. So today I defeated my enemy, I killed him, and I became more powerful. I'm happy.
Ishwaraham.
Ishwaraham.
Ishwaraham. I am the controller. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect. I am strong. I am happy. Right? This is the demonic mentality. Thinking like that. So Vritrasura is giving examples. He said, just like a wooden doll, or you make up something out of grass and leaves. They cannot move. They're like puppets. We move, somebody else is moving them. He said, same way, we are like that. We're all dancing under the control of the Supreme Lord. Ekala Ishwara Krishna Arsabhritya. Yariyachi Nachaye Setaichi Karimutya. Krishna is the controller. All others are, they dance as he makes them do so. Prabhupada wrote his arrival poem that now, make me dance, make me dance, make me dance. Right? Prabhupada's arrival program is his prayer. His own Jaladuta coming into New York. We're all servants, we have no independence. We think we're independent.
Maharaj,
Yeah?
in the 10th translation, what is the desire of the Supreme Controller? That all of us dance according to the desire of the Supreme Lord.
Yes.
Back. Yes. But it depends fully on the person who handles it. All of us dance according to the desire of the Supreme Controller.
Yes.
Desire means whatever we are supposed to get as our deserving and our karma,
Yes.
So in what way the desire of the Lord means He is avoiding us as per our karma and deservedness.
Huh?
Deservedness. One is
Deserve.
deserve and our desires.
And our desire.
Our desires. But what is the desire of the Supreme Controller?
What is the desire of the Lord?
According to the
Well, He desires ultimately that we'll all come out of the illusion and go back to Godhead. So the Lord will consider what is the appropriate way of dealing with us. Is it better for us to be punished, or should we be rewarded? He will consider every individual's qualification. Should you be rewarded, or should you be punished? He will look and He will consider what is our situation, what is our qualification. So He will decide like that, according to our qualification. Somebody needs to, like Indra, is going to stay in the material world. Oh, you could say Indra's rewarded. But no, he has to stay in the material world. And you'll hear what he has to do. After he kills Vritrasura, my goodness, he has to do so much. Yeah, he goes through so much austerity. He spends 1,000 years in the stem of the lotus flower, just to get away from sin personified. You have to really go through a lot of suffering for killing that Vritrasura. He really suffered a lot. And while he was away, what happened? Nahusha became king of heaven, and Nahusha gets involved with Indra's wife, and Nahusha gets punished also, gets cursed to become a snake. So many things went on, so many inconveniences. You know, they thought, we will enjoy, we will kill the demon Vritrasura, we will enjoy. They had to suffer so much for a little bit of enjoyment. That is the nature of material enjoyment. You suffer a lot to enjoy little bits. Right? What is that song? Vipale sevino kripana durajana. Yes. Chapala sukha lavapaya. Vipale sevino kripana durajana. Chapala sukha. Mana. Kamala Jala. No, it's the next. What is the beginning of the second? No. That's the first verse. The second verse. But in the day or in the rain, in the heat, in the Vipala, Sitala Atapa Bata Varishana Eduna Jamini Jagiri Vipala Sevinu Vipala Duritan Chapala Sukha. Very little enjoyment. Serving wicked, miserly people for some flickering enjoyment. That material life.
It's the same in the workplace. When you're working, you have to work the whole year and you only get 2 weeks off. And you earn money for 1 year for those 2 weeks, so you can go on holiday. And then you think you're having a great time because 2 weeks out of 52 weeks in the year, you get off.
Yeah, right, yeah. It's like that, isn't it? Yeah. You work the whole year, or you work all week, you get the weekend off, if you're lucky. In a lot of places, they work all week. They only get 2 days off a month. You know, they work all month, just get a couple of days in a month off. Just for some flickering enjoyment. Okay. So everything is controlled by the Supreme Lord here. The three Purushas, the different elements, they're all the energy of the Supreme Lord. And they're all under the direction of the Supreme Lord. So thinking we're the controller, we're thinking we're God, that is the foolish. Foolish person thinks himself the supreme. Material body is created by father and mother, same body is annihilated by somebody else. So talk about karma mimamsa. Right? Have you heard karma mimamsa before? Where did you hear karma mimamsa?
It's one of the 6 darshan.
Yes. And where is it taught? Where have you seen it in Srimad Bhagavatam?
Krishna talks about this to Nanda Maharaj.
Yes, right. Good. Krishna talked about Nanda Maharaj. Right? What was he saying?
He said that if you do something, then you'll get naturally. The nature will. Lord is obliged to give it to you.
If you do good, you get good. Right? That kind of thing. You should get the fruit. In other words, God is under your control. Who was preaching this karma mimamsa? Nanda Maharaj. Who was talking? Krishna was talking, right?
Yeah.
Krishna was telling Nanda Maharaj this philosophy. Why?
He wanted
Because he
wanted to stop Indra sacrifice.
He wanted to stop Indra. Didn't want him to do the Indra puja. Yes. Okay. So karma mimamsa. We're thinking that karma is the cause of everything. So is karma the cause of everything? Is it all karma?
No.
Previous karma also almost karma.
No, it's supreme will also.
Huh?
Supreme will is also there.
Yeah, the will of the Lord is also there. Right? Not just. Prabhupada gives examples. He gives a couple of examples. He said, just like doctor, and you have a very good doctor, he gives the best medicine. Does it mean you will get cured? No. You may die. Right? And then another example, the mother and father really try their best to bring up the child, to make the child good. Does it mean the child will be good? No. Even though you have a good mother and father, the mother and father trying everything to make the child a saint and to be really good, but the child may go up to be nonsense. It's not just the mother and father, and it's not just the doctor. Ultimately, there's the Supreme Lord over everything.
Maharaj, is that with everyone or just those who surrender to God? So does the average Joe have karma plus the supreme will? Or is it just those who are surrendered, then the supreme will comes in also?
That's for everyone.
Okay.
There is one shloka in Gita which talks about 5 factors for any work to be successful. The 5 factors for any work to be successful.
No,
One of them is supreme will.
5 causes for every action. Atishtanam Sahakarta Karanam Chakritakam Vigahara Chabritak Tishtadayam Chaivatapanja.
What's the reference, please?
18:14 or 18.15, I believe.
Yeah, 18th chapter. 5 factors. And the ultimate factor is?
Supreme will.
Supreme Lord.
14th verse.
Huh?
14. Gita, chapter 18,
Jiva,
verse
nature,
number
karma, karma.
14.
Will, Lord's will. 5th part.
Yes. So ultimately, the Supreme Lord is the ultimate factor. So Prabhupada said, the Lord is the cause of one's being killed. No one is independent, everyone is dependent. The true conclusion is that the only independent person is the Supreme Personality of God. Just as a person not inclined to die must nonetheless give up his at the time of death, so at the time of victory one can gain all these. So Krishna gives us mercy. So the Prabhupada said, it is not good to be falsely puffed up, saying by one's own efforts one has become opulent, learned, beautiful, and so on. All good fortune is achieved through the mercy of the Lord, Krishna's grace. It's all by Krishna's grace. Everyone is dependent on the mercy or chastisement of the Lord. So like this, Pritasura is arguing to Indra that you should be occupied, victory or defeat, life or death. Don't worry, we're not the controllers. Everything is done under the modes of nature. The spirit soul has nothing to do with the modes of nature. The soul is spiritual. Goodness, passion, and ignorance are not qualities of the soul. One who knows that there is soul, then he's a liberated person. He won't be attached, he won't be controlled by these qualities. Remain steady in all circumstances. And then Pritasura said, just look at me. I've had my one arm has been cut off, and my weapon has been knocked away. You've already overwhelmed me. But I have a desire to kill you, so I'm still trying my best to fight. Even though I lost one arm, I'm not going back to retreat. I'm not, and he said, I am not at all morose. Prabhupada had the servant, Prabhupada said, you cannot be in Krishna consciousness if you are morose. Prabhupada didn't like to understand to be morose, you have to be joyful. You have to be always joyful under Prabhupada. So give up your moroseness and continue fighting. What did it say? Prabhupada said, one may know what the result will be. Just like Pritasura knows he's going to die, but still he's not morose, And then here, text 17, it's about a gambling match. Playing a game of dice or something, gambling match. This battle is a gambling match. And our lives are the stakes. Arrows are the dice. The animals are the game board. No one can understand who will be defeated, who will be victorious. It all depends on providence. So Indra was hearing all this. What kind of person is this? I'm going to fight this person. I have to kill. He's a demon, and he's speaking like this. He was amazed because hearing all this philosophy. So even sometimes the demons, they speak philosophically. So Indra was impressed. He said, I can see that you have a lot of devotional service. Somehow you're a perfect devotee. So he wondered, how is it possible he could be such a great devotee? He must have done something. How has he got this credit to him that he can be such a great devotee? You've overcome the illusory energy. You've given up demonic mentality. You've attained the position of an exalted devotee. He was, like Prabhupada said, he was more than qualified as a devotee, or Mahapurusha. So anyone can be purified if he takes shelter of a pure devotee. Demons are generally in the mode of passion, but you've adopted the mentality of a devotee. You've fixed your mind on the Supreme Lord, who is always in what mode?
Goodness.
The mode of pure goodness. Yeah, the Lord is always in the mode of pure goodness. And he's, this Vritrasura is also in the mode of pure goodness, although he's fighting him. And then this is the next example, text 22, he talks about what is the use of water in small ditches. You cannot swim in the water in small ditches. But here, that swims in the ocean of nectar. One who's fixed in devotional service swims in the ocean of nectar. There's no use of the water in the ditch. That would just filthy, dirty water, you fall in the ditch and, filthy, horrible water. But they swim in the ocean of nectar by devotional service. So we should want that. Prabhupada talks about going back to Goloka Vrindavan. We don't just want to go to Vaikuntha, we want to go to Goloka Vrindavan to be with Krishna and Krishna's associates. We want to go there to enjoy the highest thing. So Sukadeva Goswami is speaking now. He said, both of them were great fighters and were equally powerful. Both of them, meaning Vritrasura and Indra. Vritrasura was able to subdue his enemy. He took his iron club, whirled it around, aimed it at Indra, and threw it at him with his left hand. He only has one hand, but still he's fighting with it, and he threw it, but Indra cut it to pieces, and at the same time, he cuts off his hand, his right hand, his other hand also. He had his left hand remaining, but Indra cut off the left hand also. Wow, now Vritrasura has no arms. 2 arms cut off. Look very beautiful, like a flying mountain whose wings have been cut to pieces by Indra. Flying mountains. Have you seen any flying mountains?
No.
No? Sometimes you see, it'll be all flat, and then somewhere there'll just be this mountain in the middle of the field somewhere, and you wonder, how did it get there, Sometimes you see these things, they have, everywhere it's very flat, but then there'll just be this kind of like a mountain, or a hill or something, in the middle of the field, and you wonder, how did that get there? So chances are, they used to fly and they got shut down, cut to pieces by Indra. They cut the mountains down, so they stopped. Because flying mountains could be a lot of trouble to people.
Maharaj, I had a question on this. So now technically Vritrasura has lost his arms, so he can't defend himself. So isn't it generally against the Kshatriya code that Indra is still going to attack Vritrasura even though he can't defend himself because he's got no weapon, he's got no arms or anything?
Well, Indra is not going to attack him. What's going to happen is Vritrasura is going to swallow Indra. Right? It's not that Indra is coming to attack him, but in
the end, when he chops his neck, but in the end, when he's chopping his neck, he's not able to defend himself.
Well, he was already in trance. He'd already gone in trance. He'd left the body, actually. He'd already left the body. Because when he swallowed Indra, then Vritrasura thought, I've killed him. So he sat down and he went into samadhi and gave up the body. So Indra was still alive in the body, and he comes out of the body because Vritrasura is in trance. The body's not moving. So Indra could cut his way out of the body, came out of the abdomen, and then he cut off the head. What's it done? Just like they cut up Putana's body, you know. After Putana revealed her Rakshasi form, and they saw a huge body, they just cut her up, you know, and then burned her. Said it had a nice smell from her body. So, Vritrasura, it was a demon body. Nobody wanted it. Vritrasura didn't want to come back to it. He'd already left the body, so they cut it off.
Even for defending ourselves, we have to kill person. Indra was swallowed by a Vritrasura, so he has to defend himself. He has to kill him. Even like from general code. If somebody is trying to kill you, you have to defend yourself to kill.
Yeah, so he did. You know, I mean, he didn't get much chance. After he cut off the other arm, then Vritrasura opened the mouth and he took a huge form. He expanded his form. He was already big. He made himself bigger, and then he just swallowed Indra and Airavata. And so, that he just swallowed them. And then Indra's got the Narayana Kavacha, so nothing can happen, no harm can come to him. And he's got his thunderbolt weapon and cuts his way out of the content of the belly of Vritrasura.
If Vritrasura was so much eager to die, like he was telling before, pick up your vajra and please.
Yeah, he was willing to die, but at the same time he's going to fight. He said, we have to fight, I have a duty.
That is duty, yeah. That is duty.
But he was hoping he's going to die. Just wanted to die, you know. Not that he had to, you know. Not that he had to just give up his body, but he wanted to fight.
So he did his duty and he left his body.
Yeah.
Voluntarily.
Mm.
So Indra actually didn't kill him.
No. Yeah. Indra didn't. He left the body. But Indra cut the head off the body. It's already dead body. Yeah, he opened his jaw, upper jaw in the sky, mouth became very deep like the sky. He seemed to be trying to devour the entire universe, thus assuming a gigantic body. The great demon Vritrasura shook the mountains, began crushing the earth with his legs. He came before Indra and swallowed him and Airavata, his carrier, just as a big python might swallow an elephant. Right? You get these pythons, they can swallow people, they can swallow. I didn't know they could swallow an elephant. Wow, no, it's really. But pythons have that ability, they can crush, they just crush some. You know, some people, they got put into pythons and they experienced the python, they crushed that person who's in their grasp, they just crush to nothing and swallow.
Yeah, python, what it does, it stops your breathing.
Yeah.
Because your body is too much tightened.
Yeah. It crushes everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the demigod saw that Indra had been swallowed And they say, oh, what a calamity! Alas, alas, what a calamity! But the armor protected King Indra, although sword, did not die within the demon's belly. With his thunderbolt, King Indra, although extremely powerful, pierced through Vritrasura's abdomen and came out. Indra, the killer of the demon Bala, then immediately cut off Vritrasura's head, which was as high as the peak of a mountain. And then it took 360 days. Then at a suitable time for Vritrasura to be killed, his head fell to the ground.
At 360 days, what is that, Maharaj?
360 days.
It took time to cut the head.
Yes.
Yeah.
But here it is not written that he was in trance and Vritrasura.
Okay. When Vritrasura was killed, the Gandharvas and Siddhas beat kettle drums in jubilation. They celebrated the prowess of Indra, praising Indra, showering flowers upon him with great pleasure. The living spark then came forth from Vritrasura's body and returned home back to Godhead. While all the demigods looked on, he entered the transcendental world to become an associate of Lord Sankirtan. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that Indra, not Vritrasura, was actually killed. He says that when Vritrasura swallowed King Indra and his carrier, the elephant, he thought, now I have killed Indra, therefore there is no more need for fighting. Now let me return home back to Godhead. Thus he stopped all his bodily activities and became situated in trance. Taking advantage of the silence of Vritrasura's body, Indra pierced the demon's abdomen, and because of Vritrasura's trance, Indra was able to come out. Now, Vritrasura was in yoga samadhi, and therefore, although King Indra wanted to cut his throat, the demon's neck was so stiff that Indra's thunderbolt took 360 days to cut it to pieces. Actually, it was the body left by Vritrasura that was cut to pieces by Indra. Vritrasura himself was not killed. In his original consciousness, Vritrasura returned home back to Godhead to become an associate of Lord Sankirtan. Here the word alokam means the transcendental world, Vaikuntha Loka, where Sankirtan eternally resides. Clear?
So, Maharaj, it was not his glorious day. He has not died while battling that. He died of himself.
Yeah.
He died himself.
Yeah.
He left his body.
He left the body. Gave up.
Like a yogi.
Yes.
Like a yogi, he left
Yeah.
the body.
Right. Yoga Samadhi. Okay. We'll take a break. After the break, we'll finish this next chapter.
Swami, he got no more. Right? This is clear. He left all the activities.
So, no class tomorrow?
No.
No class tomorrow.
You want class tomorrow?
No, we discussed, we were thinking that next week is too intense, so we can slacken a little bit. If we have class tomorrow, they can, like that.
Well,
But if you're busy, Maharaj, then we don't mind. It's okay.
Tomorrow Guru Maharaj has a program
Okay, it's okay,
yes,
it's okay, Maharaj.
in the MCS.
I have class 4:30 in the morning to Russia,
Oh my God.
and then I have another class over at the MCS for the Jaffa, 8
Okay.
to 10 o'clock.
Okay, Maharaj.
And then I have class 1 to 3.
So, tomorrow is holiday for you.
Such an intensive schedule, yeah.
That's why I asked you what is his age.
This age also,
Glasses.
yes, 2 days back I asked you. So that is the,
Yeah.
these are the encouragement for us.
Yeah, very encouraging. Yeah. Yes, I agree. Yes.